Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to force carbonate using the trail keg. In this video we're going to use the gallon model, but this also works with a half-gallon model. And we're just basically going to walk through it step by step. I'm Mandarin Mitch, and I actually had this sent to me by Trail Keg to show you guys some different things you can do with it. And this is probably my favorite use for it so far. So we're going to cover that real quick, and like I said, step by step, just to show you guys how to do it. For today's video, we're going to make a variation of the Arnie Palmer using a 50-50 ratio of sweet tea and lemonade. And by force carbonating it, we are going to turn this into a seltzer. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite summertime drinks, so I hope you like this as well, but let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to note is if you are force carbonating with seltzers using the trail keg, you want to take off the restrictor. I find that I get better pours and the drink stays more carbonated if I take this off. You might not have to, but from my research so far, by using it, it helps. So take that off, and then what I'm going to do is add the entire thing of Gold Peak and then top it off with the lemonade. Try not to spill too much. Now what you could do is you could just fill this back up with lemonade, that way you know you have a 50-50, but this is actually a little bit less than a half gallon, so I'm just going to top it off and then leave a little bit of room in case I want to add ice or anything. I don't think I'm going to today though. That should be about right. Now what we're going to do is put our tube and everything back in and tighten it. Next thing you're going to do is attach the CO2 valve. After that, you put in your CO2, twist it in, and make sure you do this relatively quick so you don't lose too much pressure. And then you're going to turn this to max pressure. And for these, it should be around 25 psi. Yep. So I'm right at 25 psi currently. And then the next step is the kind of fun part. You're going to shake this thing as hard as you can for about 30 seconds. And for that, I'm going to have my brother come over here and shake it. So what you do have to pay attention to is make sure you could take this off, but the pressure sometimes lowers. If you keep this attached, it'll make sure it stays at the 25. So we're going to make sure that he doesn't mess it up and shakes it vigorously for 30 seconds. I'm going to speed this up so you don't get to look at it too much, but see him jump around for a second. Shake it up, up, down, up, down. So when you're shaking it, you should feel the water right inside it going from one to the other. And make sure that the water or liquid is going around the bubbles or the carbonation to force carbonate. So you're going to do this for about 30 seconds and then let it rest for, it's recommended for a few hours, but about 30 minutes is usually enough time to get it carbonated and to do what it's supposed to do. I will say this is actually kind of intense thing to do. You have to shake this thing really hard to force carbonate it. So we're going to tag in the next yard brother. Just make sure you, watch that. Yeah. Oh, nice big long hard strokes. Like the whole body form. This is the exact form you should use while doing this. And our pressure actually went up a little bit while shaking it, so that's a good thing. And you should be able to feel everything moving. And it kind of stops when you have it pressurized. Now at this point, you could technically put on your tap and pour yourself a drink, but I recommend letting it sit again for at least 30 minutes. I myself am going to let this set for a few hours while we go hang out. It is the 4th of July. That's why we're in red, white, and blue. But we're going to go let it sit and have some fun. Come back, and later tonight, this will be ready to go as a perfect seltzer. Now, if you want to, you could also add some vodka or your liquor of choice to this and make it an alcoholic drink. For us today, we just wanted something refreshing, so just lemonade and iced tea. That is your personal preference, but that is basically how you force carbonate it. I'm going to fast forward to the point where this is ready. I will pour you a glass so you can see it. I'll show you in one sec and see you then. This is sat for a few hours. We're going to test out the seltzeriness of this. First, pressurizing this to proper. So you're going to want to turn this down so that it doesn't continue to fill it up. Basically turn it down to off, and then you're going to pull the pressure switch. And you're going to want this at about a 5 psi so it doesn't overpressurize it. It's going to squirt out at you a little bit. It's just letting the pressure out. You're going to put your tap on, push it down, let it on. It'll hold on to it. And then all you got to do is pour your drink. And now you have a pressurized 50-50 Arnie Palmer. And it's actually really good. That's all we got for today's episode. That is exactly how you go about force pressurizing using the trail keg. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more recipes, make sure you comment down below. Till next time, I appreciate you. Peace.